Let's start, okay? Thank you for coming. I really appreciate that. Today we will talk about... Thank you. Today we will talk about a few things. Of course, Avraham Avinu will be in our main subject in the lecture, in the speech, because we have to learn from him. Okay, he's our first father. Okay, so let's learn from him. And the first thing we know, Avraham Avinu was very ish chesed. Okay, he did very lot of good deeds. He achnasat orchim. He waited for visitors to come. And the most famous story is about the three angels are coming to his tent, and he doesn't know that they are angels. He thinks that they are Arabs. Thank you. And even though he thinks that they are Arabs, he let them in. And the first thing is they ask him a question. You know what they asked him? They asked Avraham Avinu, even though he thought they were Arabs. They asked him, "Where is Sarah, your wife? Where is your wife Sarah?" Kilu, imagine that. I don't know who's the workers here, but for example, somebody is knocking on your door, okay, and three, okay, is coming to you. Ahlan, 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 Kilu. Where is Kilu? Where is your husband? No, your husband's easy, but where's your wife? Where's not your wife? Sarah, where is Sarah? You should call her the Rebbitzin, okay? Where is Sarah? You know, like your friend. Excuse me, who are you? Go away. So Rashi is answering the question, why did they ask him this question? Do you know the answer? What the answer is? Why did they ask him? What's your business, It's a rude question, okay? Put out your nose from my tent, okay? Where is Sarah man? Okay? Where can she be? Okay. But the answer is, Rashi says, כדי לחבבה בעיני בעלה. So they will become closer to each other. Okay? Avraham Avinu will think, where is Sarah? In the tent. Yeah! She's not in the mall. She's not in the beach. She's in the tent. Thank you, Hashem. Thank you, Hashem. She's such a righteous woman. Okay. You have to understand, Sarah Avinu, she doesn't have a lot of places to go. You know, it's Haran, okay, I don't know, it's Hebron maybe, but it's not a place that she can go around, first thing. The second thing, Avraham Avinu was 99 years old. To make them closer to each other, I don't think it's possible. They love each other, they're years with each other. So because the Arabs, well, I'm saying quietly because, you know, so because of them, because they asked him, where is she? They will become closer. So this is the first thing we have to understand. We underestimate small things, okay? Even a question, where's your wife? Where's the husband? I heard your husband, he's a nice guy. Wow, I had to talk with him. He's so wise. I say, yeah, I know that, thank you, really. So sometimes if you're giving compliments to somebody, and it's amazing, I have a TV show every morning at 9 o'clock. And because of the davening now, the nets, it's very late because now it's around 7 o'clock in the morning. So I cannot daven at home, so I have to drive to Bnei Brak. And to daven there, it's a place called Itzkovich. Okay, it's a place that a lot of people daven there. I'm davening there and then go to the TV program. So the Gabbai there is an old guy, very nice one. He said to me, like, chidush, okay? He said to me after the davening, Fanger, I have to share with you something. One of my kids went off the derech, okay? And it's very hard for me. But I become very strong because of our parasha. The first dropout, he was Lot. Lot, you know, he was the son of Lot, not son of Lot, ben achiv shel nephew of Avraham Avinu. And at the beginning, he went with Avraham Avinu. You know, Avraham Avinu, Hashem said to him, Lech lecha me'artzecha. So he had no choice, okay? He couldn't say to Hashem, I don't want to go, okay? I'm staying here in Haran. So he had to go. But Lot, he didn't have to go with him. But Lot decided, I want to be near Avraham Avinu. He's a righteous person. I want to be close to him. During the way, Lot decided, I'm not going to stay there. And Avraham said to him, you can choose whatever you want, and I will go to the other way. And Lot went to Sodom, okay? And Chazal said that he went off the derech, okay? He pared na me'alai, let's separate between us. And he separated not only from Avraham and also from Hashem, that he's in Avram's side, okay? So he became not a good person, okay? The Zohar said, Lot, it's like a curse. Light in Aramaic, it's curse. So he's not in a good side. So he was the first dropout, okay? Person that went off the derech. Even though he went off the derech, when it was a war between the 4 kings and the 5 kings, so they captured Lot, okay? They took him as hostages, and hostage? Yeah, not a sausage, hostage, yeah, okay? So it sounds like, I'm not gonna say, maybe I'm hungry, maybe it's not. So Avraham Avinu heard that Lot captured, so if it was me, I would have said it's his fault. It's his fault. I'm not going to do anything. He went to Sodom. He needs to pay the price. Okay, this is his friend. Not my business. Okay, I'm sorry for him. I can cry on him, but this is his life. No, Avraham Avinu is going to fight with 4 kings that won a war against 5 kings. It's not 4 against 5. It's kingdoms, okay? It's 1,000 people. And Avraham Avinu, he's not like a Sayeret Matkal, okay? He's like the seals, okay? And I'm going to show them where the fish is breathing. No. He's Avraham Avinu, okay? He's not like a Rambo style. So what can he do? No. My nephew is there, okay? I'm going to save him. But he went off the derech, he went to Eilat, to Las Vegas. No, I'm going to save him. And it's an amazing thing that Avraham Avinu, we have to learn from him. When Hashem said to him that he's going to destroy Sodom, I would have said the same thing. Sodom is the opposite of Avraham Avinu. We are davening on people that we love, okay? If we will hear, Chas Shalom, somebody is ill, and some of our friends or family, of course, we'll daven on them, and we'll ask Hashem, please, have mercy on them. But if you will hear that there is, let's, for example, Hezbollah, okay? Hashem is going to destroy Hezbollah. Are you going to daven on them? I'm going to daven that Hashem will succeed, yeah, as fast as you can. I'm not going to save Hezbollah. Maybe there is 50 righteous people there. No, first of all, there is no righteous people there. I can understand that. I'm not going to argue to Hashem. Maybe I will start. Maybe there is 50. No? Okay, destroy them. Okay. I'm not going to argue, please. Maybe there's 40, 30, 10. No? Okay. So Avraham Avinu is davening on people that is not like him. And it's a very important thing. Because today in my show, there was a guy that his father is, how do you call it? Black person? How do you call it? Q-H-O, it's in Hebrew. Colored. Okay. So just colored, and you will decide which color? Okay, whatever. Okay. So,
colored is different. That's in Drum Africa in Natal.
So how do you call it?
He's only black?
Okay, black.
You say black?
Yeah, it's not something bad. Black person. Okay, it's not bad. Okay, I think so.
You can say Afro-American.
Afro-American. Okay. Even though he's not American, so but it's Afro. He is Afro-American. He came from Ghana. Ghana, it's right, not Afro-American, not American. You put the American because you want like that. Okay. Afro. Okay, he is Afro. Oh, he's Afro. So his father was Afro. Okay, and he came from Ghana and came here to Israel to be a student. And he met an Israeli girl, okay, and they got married and they had a kid, okay? And then they decided to become divorced. And this kid was raised alone. And after 2 years, his mother became Balat Tshuva. And she put him in Talmud Torah, Ashkenazi Talmud Torah. Whoa. And he said all the time, people looked at me, here is the, okay. And, the Orthodox, the Haredi kids, they're really, nice, and they really like to look at things, whoa, with the big eyes, oh, here, just this guy, whoa. So it's nice, but he said to me, it's very hard, because usually you love people like you, okay, like-minded people, even though it's not mine, but and he said it was very hard for him. And just to tell you, none of the yeshivot here in Israel wanted to accept him, and he decided, I'm going to the best yeshiva. The best yeshiva is Ponovich, he decided. And he said, okay, of course they won't take me into Ponovich, but I'm going to learn there. So he sat on the last bench for 2 years and studied. And at the end, they accept him. And he became one of the students of Ponovich, okay? It was amazing because he said, I'm going to do Mesirat Nefesh. I'm going to do my thing, and my deeds will talk for me, not my look or my, talk. So for us, it's a very important thing. Of course, it's easier to love somebody like us, okay? But the important thing, Avraham is davening on Sodom people, on Lot. His danger is his life to save Lot. And at the end, HaMashiach came from Lot. Okay? So if Avraham Avinu wouldn't have saved him, I don't know what would have happened, but HaMashiach came from Lot. So it's a very important thing for to understand. First thing, don't underestimate small thing. And I said to me that I'm davening in Itzkovich, and the guy who said me this word he's the Gabbai there. His name is Harav Alpha. And he came to me and he said, Fanger said to me this idea. And I said it in the radio. And day after that, he came to me and said, Fanger, you don't understand what you have done to me, to my family. My wife admires me now, okay? I said the word to Harav Fanger. He said in the TV, in the radio, okay, I'm a famous person, he said to me. I'm famous, okay? People in the streets say, you're Harav Alpha, you said Harav Fanger. Whoa, I'm signing things now. Autographs, yeah. So it was such a small thing. I just mentioned his name, and for him it was such a big thing. Even today, he came to me, I have to say thanks again. I'm so appreciate that. My kids said to me they heard that. Okay, he became really a celeb. Okay, so sometimes you're saying a good thing. You can call the parents because you saw one of the kids are learning, okay? And said to the parents, I really admire your kid. I saw him in davening. He's davening very beautiful. I saw your girl in the shul. You won't see her, but maybe you should see her. Again, the girls doesn't have to go to the shul, but I saw in the shul. I saw her. Something very nice that I saw your kids, and say that to the parents. It's very nice. So first, don't underestimate even small thing that you have done. Second thing, the chesed that Avraham Avinu have done with the malachim, he didn't do actually chesed because they were angels. They didn't eat anything. He ran and brought 3 tongues. Shalom. So, where were we? Right, okay. They were angels, okay? So they didn't eat the barbecue that he have done for them, okay? They didn't eat anything. But the Torah is telling us in details all this story. Why? Because the main thing is the will. Not your actions, not your deeds, not your outcome. Your will. I want you to have a desire. I want you to inspire, to anticipate. I want your heart, Hashem says. It doesn't matter the outcome. The outcome is in my hand. And for example, this guy, his name is Eli Dan, that was in my program. He said to me, the only thing that saved my life, that I won't be devastated or, I will break down because none of the yeshivot wanted me. He said to me, I separated between my deeds and my outcomes. My outcomes is in the hands of Hashem, for good or for bad. Even if I'm successful, I'm not saying, whoa, it's me, I'm Superman. No, I'm saying, thank you, Hashem, that you helped me. And even if I'm not successful, okay, I tried, I did my best. Hashem, thank you, it was not successful for me. So you understand what is better for me. I don't understand. I'm letting you to decide what's better for me. I'm doing my part and you will do yours. And my part is the hishtadlut, okay? The outcome, sometimes it will be good, sometimes it will be bad, but it's the will of Hashem. He will help me and He will help me to do to get the best result. It's not what I'm thinking, it's the best result. So this is the thing that Avraham Avinu made his part. He ran, and he did the chesed. Even though Chazal said that he did 3 things. He brought them the chem'ah v'chalav, the meat also, and he gave them water, And he said to them, הישענו תחת העץ, stand next to the tree, and הוא היה עומד על גביהם. He like guard them or protect them or take care of them. So because of those three things, עם ישראל in the desert got three presents. Because of the חלב וחמאה and the meat, we got the man, thing that we ate in the desert. Because of the water, ייקחנה מעט מים, take a little water, we got בעירה של מרים, the water of the well of Miriam, and because of הישענו תחת העץ, and הוא עומד על גביהם, we got the clouds of honor, okay? But we know a little bit differently. We know that the man was because of who? Moshe Rabbeinu. Because of the merits of Moshe Rabbeinu, we got the man. The water, we got because בעירה של Miriam, the sister of Moshe Rabbeinu, not Avraham Avinu. And the clouds is because of Aaron. So, Avraham Avinu, no, it's not your merit, okay, it's theirs. They got the credit, not yours. It's called בעירה של Miriam, it's not בעירה של Avraham Avinu, okay? So, we have to understand two things. Everything that we have in life is separated or divided to two things. First, you are planting the seeds, and then you're watering it, and you're taking care of it, and then the tree will grow. So we have two parts to everything that we have in life, the good things and the bad things. The first thing is planting the seeds, and after that, it's watering the plant. So Avraham Avinu did the seeds. And after that, if you won't do the good things, we won't have the outcome of the merits. So but we get the outcome only because he did his part. So sometimes, you are davening on something and you don't get any results, okay? You are doing good things, we heard, it was Rachel Imenu before, 3 days ago, it was the Yortzeit of Rachel Imenu. And we know that she lost her husband, okay? She gave up her husband to her sister because Yaakov Avinu gave her signs, and Yaakov Avinu knew that Lavan, her father, will do something bad. So he gave her signs. And in the middle of the wedding, her father replaced her and her sister, and Rachel Imenu only could be in silent. Don't say anything. And Yaakov Avinu will ask Leah, Simanim, signs. And she will say, what? Simanim. Signs. What? Simanim, what? What? And they will discover, maybe they will come now. And everything will be discovered and the thing will blow up. But Rachel didn't want her sister to be shamed, to be insulted, so she gave her the signs, okay? I would have said, in Hebrew it's called frayerit. How to say, there is a word in English? There is no, in American, we're not frayerim, okay? We are not, there is no words like that for that, okay? So you are, whatever, okay? It was not worth it, okay? You lost Yaakov Avinu. It's not only your husband, okay? Because if I will ask you, would you like, would you, be willing to give your sister your husband before the wedding, not after. After you can take him and his mother together. Okay? I'm saying before the wedding, when you're optimistically a bit. So Rachel, she's not giving Leah her husband only. It's all the nation of Israel, okay? Because she didn't know that she will remarry Yaakov Avinu. She thought maybe I will marry Esav, and I would have said, he did it for nothing. It wasn't worth it. So your sister will be a little bit embarrassed. So what? It's not my fault, okay? It's my father. But she did that. And I would have thought it was for nothing. But after a few parashot, it says, Vayizkor Elokim et Rachel. Hashem remembered Rachel. Vayiftach et Rachma. And then she could have babies. So Chazal said, what is Vayizkor Elokim et Rachel? Hashem remembered Rachel, what? He forgot her? Why Rachel? Oh, I forgot her. Okay, I will give her babies now. Of course not. Vayizkor Elokim et Rachel, he remembered her seeds. He remembered her deeds, okay? Her vitur, her, how to say vitur? Giving up or giving, the same word, it's hard, okay? So we remember her good deeds, okay? So every time you're doing good deeds, even though you won't get the prize now or the outcome now, you have to understand you are planting seeds. And Hashem will grow the seeds in the minute and the special time that He knows that you will need that. Not when you think it's the right time. Let Hashem decide when is the best time. It's like when I'm coming to a broker or to a money investment, it's השעות נגיד, and I'm giving you $100,000. Do whatever you think it's better to do. Invest it in the places that you think is better. I don't understand that. I have $100,000, for example. I don't know where to put it. I don't know when to invest in good things. So the investor, the guy of the stock market or whatever, he knows better than me when it's to do the right step or the right thing and to get the most merits. So for us, it's the same thing. Let Hashem decide for you when it's the right time, it's the best time for you, even though I think I know, but Hashem knows better than us. And I think I told you that I have a lecture in Petach Tikva. I have a lecture in Petach Tikva every Thursday. And a woman came to me, and she was very nice. She was with a lot of earrings and tattoos, and very cool. And she said to me, א.ג.ה, I'm becoming stronger. I'm more close to Hashem. It's very nice. I love Hashem. I love Him. But my husband is not with me. He's not only not with me, he's against me. He's doing an opposite, everything opposite, just to make me mad. I'm telling you. So maybe I told you the story, but she said to me, I'm davening on him, but I don't see any improvement. Maybe I'm seeing on the contrary, He's becoming worse, Maybe I will stop davening. And my husband loves music, and every time I'm lighting the candles of Shabbat, and I don't have Shulchan Shabbat, because my husband won't say Dvar Torah or nothing. He will he will do an effort to sit with me 5 minutes there, But sometimes I'm telling him, go away, because he's playing with his phone, So my holy time is when I'm lighting candles, And I'm doing like that, and I'm closing my eyes, and I'm lighting few candles for tzaddikim also. Right, nice. But my husband, exactly the time that I'm doing, he's opening the TV loudly, And I'm saying to him, watch TV in your room, He said, no, this is my salon, And I'm trying to levater, to give in or to give up or whatever. What? You have a word for that? Levater? Think about it. And till the end of the lecture, I want a word.
Forfeit, maybe.
Forfeit? Whoa, no. I don't know this word. It's too hard for me. Give in? We said give in. We used give in. So.
Forgo. I think that's the word.
Forgo?
Forgo.
Forgo?
It means that you so somebody you give up something that was for you for someone else. There is such a word.
So forgo, forgive, for whatever. For something. Give in. So I'm trying to give in. I'm trying to forgo, it's hard. It's hard. And one day, it was Friday, and I saw my husband brought I don't know. It's a stereo. It's ramkolim. It's speakers, but very big speakers. I thought he just wants something to be nice in the salon, but when I started, he opened, the stereo. That it was music. It's called trance. Trance. It's house. All the house was da, 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 da. Neighbors came. Maybe there is an earthquake. Something happened here. And I said to him, hear the music in your room. And he said, no, I want to do that. My husband's father died in Adar, in the month of Adar of this year. So he's in the middle of his first year. So I decided I'm going to daven to Hashem. And I said to Hashem, this is your daughter speaking. Give the permission to his father to come from the world above, the world to come, and to, shake him. Do something for him. And I knew that the candles light time is very special time, very special moment, very holy moment. So I felt a good feeling. I did something, I think Hashem heard me. And Motzei Shabbat, in midnight, his father came in the dream To whom he came in the dream. Not to me, she said, not to me. Because if he would have come to me, I would say to my husband, your father came in my dream. He said, yeah. Don't frighten me, you and your rabbis, okay? And he didn't came to him because he wouldn't tell me, okay? He wouldn't say anything. He's such a stubborn. So he came to the sister of my husband. My sister-in-law, okay. And she has a mouth. She invented the WhatsApp, I'm telling you, okay? She invented Twitter. She has a mouth. She had 1,000 friends, okay? And he came to her in the dream and said to her, tell my son that because of him, my light, my candle is finished, and my flower is novel, is dying. Wow. Okay. And he vanished. Okay. It was in the midnight, and she woke up. She was frightening, okay? Imale, okay? It was frightening. Because he came in the dream with a sad face, and his outfit or his clothes were torn out, okay? So she went into the Harav Google and Rabbi Google and asked him, what it means when the dead person is coming in the dream in the middle of the night, Motzei Shabbat, with his face sawing in sorrow and his clothes is torn away. So it was written, he is in Gehenom. Whoa, in deep in Gehenom. And she started shouting, he's in Gehenom because of him. Okay. She called all the world and his sister, okay? Thousands of people. He's getting, no, because of him. He doesn't do anything for him. And he was asleep. In the morning, he woke up and he saw thousands of calls that was not answered. She said to me, after I heard that, if I would have known that this is my power of praying, I would have prayed for $1 million and new husband, okay? But don't underestimate your power of davening. But for us, sometimes we are doing good things. Okay, we are davening, we are giving up of something or giving in to somebody, and we don't think somebody appreciates that, and maybe even we're getting in the contrary. I don't see any improvement, I don't see any change in my kids or in my husband or in my parnasa and whatever. You have to understand you will do your work, and at the end, the Yeshua will come. And don't break. I tell you again, this guy, his name is Elidan. I'm telling you, a guy was in my TV show today, an Afro-American. And we decided that this is his status. And he's a very nice guy. And he said to me that when he wanted to become a student in the yeshiva of Ponovich, before that, he had the Chevruta in Kolel Chazonish. It's a very famous kollel, very wise people there. And he was learning every day with someone there. Every day. And after he was in the yeshiva, he continued to learn with him. Every day for 1 hour. And one day, he's a singer also. And it was a very big show for one of the singers. He didn't want to say to me which singer, I don't know. And he really wanted to go to this show. But he had this Chevruta. So he was puzzled to go to the show. It's once in a lifetime. But I have a Chevruta, okay? I have like something I'm doing every day. And it's very important avrech that is learning with me. So he was puzzled to do that, not to do that. And I say, we're learning every day with him. So you know what will happen one day. So he was puzzled what to do. It was a challenge. And he decided, what? To stay, right. Because if he would go to the show, there was no story. So he decided to stay, and that night he met his wife. It was a shidduch, and he met his wife, and he said, I have such a righteous wife. And if I would go back, of course I wouldn't go to this show, but Hashem challenged me. He didn't show me, okay, if you will be strong in this challenge, you will meet your wife. And this is all our story in our life. We don't know what the outcome of our challenges. Behind the door, there is something that Hashem, He wants to give us. Okay, it's a present, it's a treasure. But you won't find the treasure unless you will go like Indiana Jones style, okay? That he went, it's hard, they will fight with the enemies, and at the end, he he will get the treasure. This is the same in life, okay? You have to understand there will be challenges. It won't be easy, it won't be nice. Sometimes you will get disappointed. But if I'm taking the Indiana Jones story, and I think every culture has a story like that, like heroes that fight, like Avraham Avinu, okay? He really went through 10 challenges. And the hardest challenge was in our parasha, Akedat Yitzchak. Akedat Yitzchak, he has to slaughter his only child, and Hashem promised him, B'Yitzchak yikara lechazara. So from Yitzchak, all your generations will get out. You have to understand, this is the main thing. And one day, Hashem says to him, when Yitzchak was 37, he was not a young guy, 37. And Hashem said to him, take him and kill him. And not only kill him with a shot, with a zrika, it's slaughter him. I would have said to Hashem, Ad kan, okay? That's all. I'm not doing that. You want to fire me? Fire me, okay? I'm not doing that. Do whatever you want to me, I'm not doing that. How could he do that? It's very hard, very, very hard. But he understands, I'm doing the will of Hashem. Yesterday Hashem decided that in Yitzchak yikara chazara. Day after that, Hashem decided I need to kill him, okay? It's not sounds good to kill him, but to do the will of Hashem, whatever it is. So the main thing for us is to understand all what that happens to us is the will of Hashem. If I will succeed, it's the will of Hashem. I won't succeed, this is the will of Hashem. As I told you, there was a woman, a young girl. Now she's married, but she was a young girl. I met her in a lecture in Elad. And she said to me that she's in shidduchim time. It's very hard, meet the guys and okay. So it was very hard for her because she met somebody that she wanted, and he didn't want her, and she was devastated. And then she saw a car, and there was a sticker behind the car, Hashem Productions. Like there is Disney Productions, okay? So there is Hashem Productions. He's the, how do you say, Bamai? The producer. So he there is a movie, and you are one of the players there, and Hashem knows what needs to happen. And if I'll tell you, I remember one time I saw a movie, it was black and white movie, okay? Very far away. In the other reincarnation, okay, so you're watching a movie, and when you're watching a movie or you're reading a book, and you're really into this book, it's very intense, and somebody is walking next to you and says, wow, it's a beautiful movie, he will die at the end. Why are you telling me? You ruined my movie, you ruined all the movie. So if somebody will tell you the end, it will ruin everything. So in life it's the same. Hashem won't tell you the end. It's your challenge. It's your choser vadaut. How do you say choser vadaut?
Lack of knowledge.
Okay, this is from there. Bad call. Lack of knowledge. Thank you. It's okay. You can stay there. So your lack of knowledge it makes life interesting. It makes life interesting, and count Hashem that at the end can be tomorrow, at the end can be a week from now, at the end can be after 120. We will see that everything that happened to us was for the good, was for the best. So we have to stay conscious, we have to understand Hashem is doing whatever it needs to do. And if you know the story of Yitzchak Avinu, in the Kubalim said that he had the soul of a woman, and he couldn't have kids. And because of the Akedah, his soul ran away, okay? Went out of his body because he was frightening, and they changed it to a soul of a man. And this is the reason he could have children. This is the reason when he came back, he met Rivka. So we have to understand, we thought it's a bad thing to the Akedah. Why he's doing that? It will ruin everything. It will ruin what Hashem said in B'Yitzchak yikara lechazara. No, because of that, the will of Hashem will get out. So we don't understand anything in life. We have to do whatever we need to do, and to remember that at the end we will see the outcome. We will see the best thing that happened. And for us, the best thing is what will happen, it will be for the best. And for us, I'm telling you, because somebody asked me how Yitzchak didn't rebel. He was 37 years old. He could say to his father, Tati, I love you, but maybe you didn't hear correctly. You're old. Well, let's face it, you are old. And maybe you think you heard Hashem is telling you, slaughter your kid, but be reasonable, okay? Hashem won't tell you things like that. Think about it. It's not reasonable. Hashem promised it, but that I will be your, your future. So think about it again. Yitzchak didn't do that. He said, Hashem said to you, אני מתבטל. I'm putting my ego aside and I'm doing what is right to do. And for us, it's a very important thing because sometimes we really want to please other people. But if we want to please other people and we are doing something because somebody else told me and I'm doing that with resentment, okay, I will do that, okay? Whatever you ask, I will do that. It's not something good. It's good if it's sometimes, okay? Once a week, okay? But if it's all the time, my parents tell me something, the religious is telling me something, I don't know, my teacher is telling me something, all the world is telling me something, and I don't want to do that. But I will do that because they tell me, okay? Or they tell me and they're frightening me. Maybe there is somebody, that like governing me or saying I cannot rebel him. And I will do whatever people are telling me, but with a resentment. Maybe it will blow in my face. I have to understand or to decide I'm doing that because this is the right thing to do. And don't, don't say to yourself, like I'm a slave, I have to do that because no, my parents want the best for me. Hashem wants the best for me. So maybe I'm a kid and I don't know what really I want, okay? I don't know what's good for me. I'm a kid. And when you will be a mother or a father and your kid, like a 5 years old kid will tell you, I don't want to go to school. You won't say to him, okay, stay at home, honey. No. You will tell him, go away. Go to school. Don't make me mad now. Lech. Not like that, of course, don't get the ideas. But you have to understand, I'm your mother and I want the best for you. So of course, our parents want the best for us. But sometimes also it's our wife or our husband, and it's hard. So I have to understand, sometimes maybe I'm afraid not to do the right thing. So I have two choices. Or to decide I'm going to do that with all my heart. If this is the will of Hashem, I'm accepting that. I'm not fighting with that. I'm thinking that this is the best thing for me, and I will be happy and I will be glad when I'm doing that because I don't have to fight all the time. The first thing. The second thing, if it's something it's hard for me, maybe I will talk with my parents, I'll talk with my wife, I will tell her I love you. But if you are telling me all the time what to do, for example, I will tell you because a guy talked to me before I came to the lecture, he said to me that his wife she's like a queen, but not like a queen, like a ruler, okay? And he had a hard time with her, really hard time. And sometimes he doesn't come home from the kollel, because he knows that, it will start, the torture and things. So he's not coming home. So I told him, talk to her. She loves you, you love her. Just tell her, maybe she doesn't know what you feel. So not to rebel, not to fight, but tell her, I really love you. I want us to have a good connection between us. So please, it's hard for me that you're telling me all the time what to do. It's like my mother. It's not good for me. So give me the opportunity to say also no, and accept it, and honor that, okay? Because this is also my will. And after that, you have to compensate that, because if you will say no to your wife, maybe she will say, okay, he has some, I don't know what's going in his head. So I'll be a good husband in other places, so she will know I really did that because I want our relationship to be better. So the same with Hashem. Of course, it's hard, but with Hashem, we have to understand every time that you have a hard time, remember three things. It's temporary. It will go away. It won't stay forever. All the hard times are temporary. How long it will stay, it depends on you. Because if I will accept it, if I will decide, okay, this is my situation. For example, I told you that I give a lecture in Kfar Chabad. And there was a woman there that she has a special kid. A special kid, I mean, with a Down syndrome. And I don't remember if I told you the story. Her husband volunteers 2 years in an organization for helping kids like that. And she was sure for herself that things like that won't happen in her family. Because, her husband is volunteering. We did our part in this section. And they get married. The first kid was healthy. The second kid was Down syndrome. And she took it very hard, very hard. But she said to me, when he was 4 years old, my life changes. My life changed when he was 4 years old. He was in the kindergarten, and I came to take him from the kindergarten. And there was a kindergarten woman, teacher? Okay, so teacher, but a replacement teacher, not a substitute. Sub teacher. So there was a sub teacher that she didn't know the mother, and the mother looked very young because she's only 22 years old, and so she said to her, "I'm sorry, it's the entrance here is only for mothers." So she said, "I'm a mother." She said, "You're a mother? You're very young. All the other mothers here are very more mature, more old." She says, "Yeah, I'm the mother of Schnell, one of the kids." And then she said to her, she said, "I don't believe you're very young." So she said, "I didn't choose that. I was chosen for that." And this sentence changed her life. She didn't think about it. I didn't choose that. I was chosen for that. Hashem chose that thing for me. I didn't choose my parents. I didn't choose my kids. I didn't go to a store of kids and give me this nice guy and this little girl. She's cute. Give me that also. So Hashem gave me the kids. Hashem gave me my parents. Hashem gave me some of my things in my life. Okay, Hakol bidei shamayim, chutz miras shamayim. All the things I got it from Hashem. So Hashem is not doing. He doesn't have faults. Okay, there's no mistakes in Hashem. The first thing. The second thing, I asked her husband, "How did you take it? Because you were a volunteer 2 years helping kids like that, and it happened to you. You didn't have questions to Hashem?" He said, "Of course not. On the contrary, I understood that Hashem, this kid was meant to be my kid. So Hashem put in my head 2 years ago, go and volunteer with kids like that, and it will prepare you to your test. Because if it would happen to me without any prepare, so I didn't want to know what to do. I was not prepared. It was hard for me. I didn't know anything. Now I was prepared. I knew the right people, the right time, the right things. I was really professional in that. And when I was ready, Hashem gave me the challenge. So Hashem won't give us challenges that we cannot go through that. But let's summarize it. Don't underestimate small thing that you have done. Ayeh Sarah Ishtecha, those 3 Arabs, asking Avraham Avinu, where is Sarah, to make them close to each other. And he said, make them close to each other. That's Avraham Avinu, Sarah. No, there is all the time more development that we can go through. Lot was the first guy that went off the derech, and Avraham Avinu didn't, waste him. I said, I'm going to fight on him, and he saved his life, and Mashiach went from him, it came from him, and he said, I said it in the name of Arav Alpha in Itzkovich, and it was such a nice thing for him. So don't underestimate good word that you are saying for something. You have a challenge, but behind this challenge, this is the merits of Hashem. You're planting seeds. And do good things, even though you don't see any merits, any outcome. The outcome, for good or for bad, it's from Hashem, the will, the preparation, the ways in our hand. And at the end, we know that everything is for our best or for our good. And I hope Hashem will show us this outcome very fast as we can. So thank you for listening. Toda rabba ve'ba'atzlacha.